Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, but the truth is I've just been crazy busy with my job. It doesn't give me the time to edit videos so that I can upload them, but I have them recorded. I just don't edit them. So anyways, I'm trying to change that. So here's this video, and in today's video I actually wanted to share with you how I plan to restore this plant. This is a Callisia Repens. I believe I'm saying that correctly. If not, please feel free to correct me. Anyways, this plant is struggling simply due because when it arrived here to my home, it was actually super mushy. In fact, I think on the website on steveleaves.com where I got it from, it says that like this plant doesn't ship well. So I didn't read that, or I kind of just like skimmed through the text very quickly. So this is why it's super important to read the descriptions when you shop online. And then it just got here super mushy, super stinky, and it was just like not fun. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't giving me the great vibes that I actually wanted from it. So I just forgot about it, let it air out, dry out, so that I can then work with it. But then, you know, 3 months later, August, September, October, November, 3 months later, I decided, I don't know if I did the month math, whatever, 3 months later, I finally decided it's time for me to do something about it. So yeah, here I am. I'm gonna try to see if I can propagate as much as I can, put it back on the same pot, or just make multiple plants and then just see how the plant does. So I think it'll be like a super fun experiment. So yeah, let's get started. I'll be doing voiceover for the rest of the video, showing you the steps that I took to try to save this plant. And the first thing I did was try to separate all of the healthy parts of the plant from the bad parts, the dried up parts, and that way I can just propagate all of the healthy parts. And this definitely took me a long time, about 2 hours. It was a really tedious job, but anyways, I hope you don't come across a plant as bad as mine. And as far as the soil, I used regular potting soil from Fox Farm, and then I kind of like wanted to try out like my own DIY mix to see what would work best. But honestly, both of them did really well. So the top one is cocoa coir, perlite, and worm castings, and they both did really good. One thing I will say is that if you want your cuttings to root a lot faster, you want to remove the bottom leaf so that the node is basically naked, and when it's covered under the soil, it's going to develop roots a lot faster. Another tip I have for you is that it's best to prepare your cuttings before you start potting them, so that way you don't lose a lot of time and all of your cuttings are around the same height and the node is already uncovered. So when you make the hole on the soil, it's just going to be super easier to just put it in there and cover it up. Another thing I tried doing was making the holes on the soil so that I could just put the cuttings in there and it'd be a lot faster, but that didn't really happen because what I ended up with was a bunch of surface that was uncovered, and I had to make more holes to add more cuttings, and it was kind of tricky to get around the existing cuttings that I had already potted up. So honestly, I don't really think there's a specific method for potting this that works best. Just do what you want to do. For the watering, I just misted the plants every other day, and then after a week I put them on a regular watering schedule like all of my other plants. So I was basically checking them every Friday and then watering them if needed. If not, then I would just wait a couple of more days. And then I also just did like top watering. It doesn't really matter, I think, because the roots of this are very like shallow. They're not like very deep in, so like just from a little bit of top watering will be just fine. And here's the final result many months later. Now I have 6 plants, well 5.5 actually, because the last one is not that full, and that's okay. That's because I was trying to make a full plant out of the remainder of the cuttings. If you want them to look a lot fuller, just basically pinch them or trim them and it'll be just fine. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to see more planting content, make sure you subscribe and check out my other social media. Bye, have a wonderful day.